they doing? What's up with them?
They're good. I wish that we could have found a way to get him here. Nikambuzu is in medical school right now. He's still singing his opera, and they both graduated from the College of Magic. And last that I've heard is he's thinking about trying to continue on both, doing magic and medical school. He wanted to be able to perform magic for like the kids that he was wanting to treat.
I actually saw Craig Mitchell yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he said that the boys are still, even though they've graduated from the program, are still active with the college and helping out the next generation and working on their own act still, and have really enjoyed what this film has been able to bring to them, and are very grateful and still working in magic.
Yeah, Craig is the guy who sort of represents the college, not the founder, but the other one who's their mentor who came with them to Vegas. Huge supporter of the film, and it's worth noting that we're working really hard to bring this film there because we really want to give them the chance to be the heroes for however long we can be there because they deserve it. They're amazing.
Yeah, I'd like to know if each of you could comment on the idea, the concept that, some people see magic as an art. I see it as an art. Other people see it perhaps as, God-given talent. I mean, and others might see it as, going beyond into perhaps some sort of supernatural, more the connotation on a negative side. So I'd be curious to just hear each of your take on your own personal view on that. So I appreciate that.
Any of us can. Whatever you want.
I have a very close friend, Joe Diamond, the guy that said that gave us a PG rating for the 2 times he said the S word. Bad person. He is very much into mentalism, mind reading, tarot cards, spiritual magic sort of a thing, and he likes to gear his magic towards, I'm going to do something, I'm going to channel a higher being, and I'm going to do my magic that way, and that's his choice. My choice, the way I do my magic and characters, I like to think of myself as I practice for a long time, so I'm going to show you that I practice for a long time with my technical ability. I really think it's up to personal choice, and oddly enough, I do magic in a restaurant, and I've had people just by my being there at that restaurant leave because they don't want anything to do with it. On other realms, I'll go to a table, and the first thing people do is they look at their watch, they check their wallet, they look at their ring, they hide the purse. Just somehow I'm a pickpocket to them. It's really up to how you gear yourself to be and how you promote yourself to be. So that's my take.
Yeah, I think so much of it is geared toward your performance style. But with magic, the line of course is kind of blurred because the art is to hide the art, and if you have something that's like really technical and movie, people don't necessarily know what you're doing, but they know that you're doing something. And for me, I definitely try to close all of the doors of possibility so that you're left with this impossible situation, this impossible feat. And there are a lot of aspects of magic that are, of course, very technical and very skill-based, but there are certain things that are, unique to that individual and what that person is able to bring. So I guess there is sort of a real element to a certain extent, but it's definitely the way you choose to present things, and the way, and a lot of it is really left up to the imagination of the audience and how they choose to interpret what you're performing. I think that's very significant as well.
My approach on magic is, James Randi defines it as, magicians do real magic. Conjurers do create the illusion that you're doing real magic. So I believe more, opposed to being, I do real magic, you should all worship. I do more of I'm creating the illusion that I'm a magician.
Thank you.
The way magic is perceived, a lot of that, going to your question, is a cultural issue. I think there are certain parts of the world where magic maybe is looked at as some sort of supernatural thing. Of course, in America, I think most people understand it's a theatrical art form. It's a form of entertainment. I think in terms terms of real magic, the real magic that I have experienced in performing come from human contact. I've done 15,000 shows in my life, and there are a few moments that really stick in my mind that I'll have with me the rest of my life. One of them happened maybe 16, 17 years ago. I finished the show. I was at the Hacienda Hotel, and I was outside the theater signing autographs and meeting people and posing for pictures. And these two ladies came up to me, and it was a mother and a daughter, and the daughter was in her 20s, early 30s, and of course the mother was older. And the daughter came up and said, "I want to thank you for the show tonight." I said, "Oh, you're very welcome. Hope y'all had a good time." She said, "Well, we did, but you don't understand. My father passed away a year ago, and my mother, who's standing there, has not left the house in a year. And she didn't want to come here tonight, and I made her come here. And this was the first time I have seen my mother smile or my mother laugh in a year. And I want to thank you for that." And then that was like, that's, to me, that's the real magic.